Hi, okay, so we're going to start off with a basic demonstration. Now, traditionally the client's laying down, but we're making do with what we have. So I have the Active 4 serum in the canister and the machine's turned on, and as you can see I have the standard Vortex tip, and I'm just going to start by infusing Kyle's skin and then pass the machine over. It's very similar to micro. After you infuse the skin, which you would do with what they call kisses, by doing that, and then you pass it over. So you'll see with Kyle how it's done. Now, please take into consideration that this is, a little altered for your viewing pleasure. Okay. So I'm going to start on Kyle's forehead. You would start with what I was told is kisses. So you tap, 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 kiss, 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 spread the serum. As it's kissed into the skin, it infuses into the pores and spreads underneath the skin surface. And you want to do this all along the face and evenly dispense it. I have the wand between a low and medium low, because you don't want it turned on too high, as it will dispense too much product and go to waste. So this is where you will learn how to use your wand more efficiently and gauge it and what's the right way and amount of product you want to use underneath the surface. It's very refreshing. So I'm dispensing it and infusing, making sure I get all areas and not into his eyes. And then I follow up with the basic lines at the base. And this is like traditional micro. So as I pass over, it's pulling out the oil, sebum, bacteria, dirt that's lodged underneath the surface. And then also, again, infusing the skin, but not as heavily as I pass over. It is lifting and pulling, but leaving a remaining level of product that allows the skin to remain hydrated and cleansed throughout the treatment. So you just want to do this all over. One of his favorite treatments. Now, I'm going a little slow, but you can go faster. The demo that I was trained with is very, very basic as this is, just a little bit different. How does your skin feel, Kyle?
It's very gentle, but also I think it's starting to extract a lot of surface pain right away. Without any harsh or That's my favorite thing about this machine is you can start to feel it right away, but you don't feel any harshness or roughness against your skin.
Doesn't rip or tear, doesn't leave any even texture or lines or marks such as micro or any other dermabrasion. Even with a hydrodermabrasion tip, they do have a wet tip dermabrasion wand that's separate, but that's sold separately, and it does attach into the hydrofacial nectar machine. It's something that I was going to purchase, but never got around to it as I am moving and no longer owning and operating Mona Sater Skincare Organic. Okay, so now we're going to go and follow up with the Glysal. You would use the clear tip. That's used after you have the Active 4. Now, you can't see it, but you switch off the on and off switch that's attached to the machine that allows the serum to infuse. Remove this, and insert the Glycel serum. And then since this is like a concentrated dose of Glycel, right now we're using the 15% on Kyle because he's done this before, but traditionally you would start off with a 7.5, and with the Hydrofacial system, it's best to start your client off with a 7.5, and it's always recommended for them to follow up 2 weeks later because it lifts and pulls the impurities in the first time, but clients tend to break out, but the second time around really makes a difference, and that's when you hook them, but also it's when they can really see the benefits of the Hydrofacial system as well and get them on the right skincare routine, whether it's monthly, weekly, depending on, the results that they're looking to achieve.
Yeah, I have to say, like, after even the first step, you can feel like your skin tingling, and you can feel like you're actually getting cleansed.
It definitely feels refreshed. So with the Glycel, you would just infuse with quick passes, because as it's coming out of the tip, it's a concentrated dose, but it also comes out a lot faster. So you would do quick little passes over, and spread. And then here. Now they traditionally say to stay in the T-zone, but I like to go all over personally, just because it is a glycolic, and I feel like you get overall even benefits from it. But in the training manual DVD that I will be sending, it will say just to concentrate on the T-zone with the Glycel. Now, normally I set the other attachment to the wand down, but as we're in, unconventional facial procedure environment, it's a little bit different. So this tingles a little bit. Your client will feel a moment of discomfort, but it's very mild. But also it depends on the where their skin's at the moment, pretty much. So if it's a little dry, you would want to obviously use a lighter one or something that's sensitized. You would want to use the 7.5. So now that that's infused, I'm removing the Glycel and reinserting the piece that goes into the wand. And then here, I set this down. We'll attach the extraction tip and follow up with the Beta HD. And you turn the vacuum setting up on high for this because it is considered the extraction part of the treatment. And also too, you might want to adjust the wand so it's at a little bit higher of the serum dispensing tone or module or set or whatever. So anyways, this you would again tap, tap, tap. So it infuses the skin with the Beta. Little kisses. Just a little mwah mwah. And then pass over. And again, with the traditional training, they'll tell you just to focus on the T or areas of congestion, but I'm somewhat OCD when it comes down to my clients. And I like to get all over. Because every part of the face is equally as important as the last. And I like to focus a little bit more on the T because that's the area that has, the most congestion. So I traditionally start off there personally and then go down to the cheeks and whatnot. So this one's great because it actually gets into the crevices and you can feel it lifting and pulling. It's actually way more stronger than the other stuff that we just did. Just because of the vacuum setting, it has a lot of pressure. It really lifts and pulls the blackheads out from underneath the surface, bacteria. You really see a tremendous difference. I have a lot of clients, like in other treatments, like where they'll add on the Beta HD extraction tip for people who are highly congested. So like, I use these various steps like as add-ons for like 25 or 30 depending on what it is. And, like you can play around with the system and customize and make your own protocols, which is amazing. I truly, 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 truly love it.
The great thing about it is it's still so like gentle and soft.
Yeah.
But you can definitely feel it extracting.
Taking into consideration that it's 4 major steps of lifting and pulling and resurfacing. There's no redness or discomfort. There's no bruising. There's no marks or irritation afterwards. Your client might be slightly red. I mean, just from the vacuum setting and whatnot. But after like, a couple of minutes, it's done. Yeah, it goes back down. But, to each his own. Everybody's different. And that's the unique thing about the hydrofacial is that you can really customize and focus on what your client needs to give them a phenomenal treatment. And why I love this machine. It's my baby. Okay. So, now we're going to go directly into the antioxidants, and you can apply the hypodermabrasion tip with this. You can use it in the beginning, the first step, or the final step with the Antox. This tends to dispense more fluid, so it depends on how I want to use it, because you want to be careful with the amount of serum that you use. You can get up to 30 treatments in a bottle, but it also depends on how you use the serums, and that's something that you learn as you get to know the machine, so you become more adapted to it. So I'm just going to use it because Kyle needs some resurfacing. I'm taking the machine down to about a 3 vacuum setting, and it's a Pod Touch, module, so it changes by moving it like an iPad or an iPhone. And I'm going to start with, again, the kisses. Just going to make sure everything is in properly. We're good to go. Okay. So with this, you can hear it. It's a little bit louder. And with the hyaluronic, you want to make sure you really dispense it or infuse it. Infuse underneath the surface, and you can, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of pulls the skin up, but gently, but you can literally feel it underneath your pores. It's amazing. Like, I've healed people with cystic acne, like severe hyperpigmentation and scarring. I've been amazed by the results of this facial. I have people that swear by it. But the machine is in phenomenal shape. I've loved it so very much, and it's, like I said, it's very special to me. So honestly, would not be selling it if I wasn't relocating coast to coast. Okay, so now that I've infused, I'm just going to pass over, and this is a little more aggressive.
But still, there's no discomfort.
But there's still no discomfort. But with older skin, thinner skin, something you might not want to use the first time around and work up to. But again, people who are used to microderm or trying this for the first time around, this is a good tip. The wet tip is a little bit more aggressive. This is like, again, a variation of it. Of the wet tip diamond tip for the hydrofacial machine, but it attaches to the machine, and it's $1,200 add-on, but it is not a crucial part or a major component to the hydrofacial system. It's just like an added feature. But the hydroderm tip is highly, highly, highly effective. We call him James Dean.
Just because I'm from Indiana, that's it.
No, he's very handsome. Handsome devil. My right hand man. So I like to focus on the nose because it just tends to be a little more congested. And then with the final step, you do one last kiss, 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 kiss all over, and really allow the hyaluronic to be infused into the skin. This is what you want to stay on, and when the skin's fully hydrated, it won't absorb right away. So that's when you know you've infused it enough. Now, this is again like a very basic protocol. It's what I would probably consider my express hydra, but I traditionally would add steam when I cleanse the face. But I like to pamper as well my clients, and it's just me. And I always charge a little bit more on the higher side, but taking into consideration I live in South Beach, people are willing to pay. But again, regardless where you are, people pay for quality and results, and that's the beauty of this machine, is that they say you make your money back within 3 to 6 months time of the $10,000 that I purchased the machine for. And I certainly did make a lot of money from this treatment and being able to offer it to my clients. So I just turned the machine off. I'm putting the handpiece back into its little side holder, and I'm going to follow up with moisturizer. I'm going to turn the machine off. After each use, the machine cleans itself out. Just got to press a little button. There's no cross-contamination, and the tips are disposable, so you don't have to worry about dead skin cells or debris or bacteria, getting onto your next client, which other microderm canisters kind of have a problem with because of the filter, which is what I love about this machine. There we go.
Actually, what's really unexpected was this was very red before you started. I feel like it pulled out a lot of.
Yeah.
And it's actually gone.
And you know what? Maybe we'll do another one tomorrow, and you can do a light one, following the next day, just because they say within 7 to 10 days you should follow up with a second protocol in order for the client to achieve the best results from the treatment. So just to follow up on our little video cast, we'll send you another one with the sunlight out. I know it's really late, but that way we can actually do it on my table. So I hope this helps, and again, we'll go through this one more time with you guys, but this is just a brief demo that we wanted to send so we could show you how that the machine works, and also kind of give you a little description of it, as well as help you further understand the benefits of the hydrofacial system. So, thank you.
Bye.